Hi my dear listeners, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English Podcast. Welcome to my new episode from the series Peter's English Vocabulary Reality Show. In this episode I want to practice my new English vocabulary from my English teacher and the older one. And we can start. At first, welcome in my new episode again. And the first step is I'm going to open my favorite app, that is Duocards, but there are a lot of flash apps for practicing your English vocabulary, but Duocards is my favorite, and there are a lot of options how to practice your English vocabulary, but you have to practice your English vocabulary in context. And we can start. There is my newest group of English vocabulary. I'm going to start the sound, but it will be for me only. And we can start. Vzácne. Rare. Yes, of course. Odchod do predčasného dôchodku. To make an early retirement. Yes, of course, I was right. Nadnárodná spoločnosť. Multinational company. Yeah, I was right. Môžem podať správu ďalej. Can I pass the message on? Strátil prácu, he lost his job. Termín narodenia dieťaťa, the baby is due. Musí konať viacero úloh, she has to multitask. Vzdať sa práce, give up work. Prepustenie. I don't know. To be made redundant, that's interesting. We can continue. Finančné oddelenie. Finance department. Yeah, I was right. Stratil prácu. He lost his job. I was right. Termín narodenia dieťaťa, baby's due. I was right. Musí konať viacero úloh, she has to multitask. No, she has to multitask. Yes, of course. Na ochranu pred ľuďmi, to protect against people. Môžem podať správu ďalej. Can I pass the message on? Yeah, I was right. Vzdať sa práce, give up work. I was right. Prepustenie. Give up work. To be made redundant. Aha. Čerpanie materskej dovolenky, taking maternity leave. I was right. Čo vykonávaš? What to do for living? I was right. Krátkodobá zmluva, short term contract. Yeah, I was right. Byť prepustený, be dismissed. Vyhodený z práce, go to suck. Prepustenie, to be made redundant. Nabrať odvahu, to pluck up courage, dobre. OK, pracovníci na ťažkú prácu, white collar workers. Voľná pozícia, vacant position. Zvýšenie platu, pay increase. I was right. Pracovníci na ťažkú prácu, white collar workers. Prepustenie, she got sacked. To be made redundant. Aha. Niečo sa chystá, something is due. I was right. Nabrať odvahu, to plug up guráž. Courage. To pluck up courage. Flexibilné hodiny, flexible hours. I was right. Upratovačka, a cleaner. I was right. Vyhodený z práce, be fired. Got to suck. Byť prepustený, to be determined. Dismissed. Aha. Vysokokvalitná pracovná sila. Highly skilled of workforce. To focus. Aby ste si To afford. Dlho významná kariéra, long and distinguished career. Výkonný raditeľ, chief executive officer. Pracovníci na ťažkú prácu, white collar workers. Yes, of course, I was right. Prepustenie, to be dismissed. To be made redundant. Dlhá významná kariéra, long and distinguished career. I was right. Vysoko kvalifikovaná pracovná sila, highly forced workforce. Highly skilled workforce. Výkonný raditeľ, chief executive officer. Yes, I was right. Aby ste si mohli dovoliť to afford. Yeah, I was right. Zamerať sa na focus. Vyhodený z práce, be fired. Got to suck. Byť prepustený, to be made redundant. Be dismissed. Prepustenie, got to suck. To be made redundant. Štrajkovať. To go on strike. I was right. Byť prepustený, got to suck. No. To be dismissed. Prepustenie, got to suck. No. To be made redundant. There are a lot of words about it. I now discovered that. Vyhodený z práce, got to suck. Vedúci manažér predaja, senior sales manager. Vysoko kvalifikovaná pracovná sila, highly skilled workforce. So much work, people. So much work, I was right. Stávka, strike. To strike, yes, of course. Vedúci manažer predaja. A senior management assistant. Senior sales manager. Vysoko kvalifikovaná pracovná sila, highly skilled workforce. Yeah, I was right. Vyhodený z práce, to be dismissed. Got to suck. Byť prepustený, to be dismissed. I was right. Prepustenie, got to suck. Made redundant. Dostať výpoveď, be fired. I was right. Veľmi atraktívny plat, very attractive salary. I was right. Veľké pracovné zaťaženie. Heavy workload. Vedúci manažer predaja, a senior sales manager. I was right. Vyhodený z práce, to be made redundant. Got to suck. Vyšenie platu, pay rise. Cenné, valuable. I was right. Prepustenie, got to suck. To be made redundant. Veľké pracovné zaťaženie, heavy workload. Vyhodený z práce, to be made redundant. Got to suck. Prepustenie, this is got to, I don't know. To be made redundant, Veľké pracovné zaťaženie, heavy workload. I was right. Vyhodený z práce, to be made redundant or got to suck. So got to suck, redundant. I got it, yes! I finished the new West English vocabulary, and what now? And now what we can do? I think that the travel vocabulary is really important, and I want to train my practice with you. Where is it? Here is. Yes, I want to practice with you traveling vocabulary, and we can start right now. Príplatok za batožinu, baggage allowance. I was right. Nastúpiť do autobusu, take the bus. Get the bus. Palubný personal, cabin crew. I was right. Prosím, držite značky zákazu fajčenia po celý čas. Please observe. Smoking sign at all time. Pozorovať, to observe. Plán Londýna príde o 10:35. The train gets into London at 10:35. Cestovanie mimo dopravnej špičky. To travel of peak. Nízkonákladový príchod, low cost arrival. Letuška, a flight attendant. I was right. Celý deň bolela hlava, she's had and headache for a whole day. All day. She's had a headache all day. Aha. Pozorovať, to observe. I was right. Vlak do Londýna príde o 10:35. The train gets to or into London 10:35. Yeah, I was right. Nízkonákladový príchod, low cost arrival. Yes, I was right. Privoláci taxík, hail a taxi. I was right. Prosím, držite značku fajčenia po celý čas. Please observe no smoking signs at all times. I was right. Testovanie mimo špičky, to travel of peak. I was right. Nastúpiť do autobusu, get the bus. I was right. Celý deň ju bolela hlava, she's had a headache all day. All day. She's had a headache all day. Yes, of course. Odhadovaný čas príchodu, estimate time of arrival. Yeah, I was right. Odletový salónik, departure lounge. I was right. Testovanie mimo dopravnej špičky, travel outside rush hour. Lístky si môžete zakúpiť. Tickets can be purchased. Ticket office. Book online. Yeah, I was right. Stretíme sa na nastúpišti. Stanici. I'll meet you at the station. Platform free. Becla duty free. Momentálne máme turbulencie. We are currently Ak chcete dostať do karty, musíte prestúpiť pri stole. When you to get to Cardiff, you have to change at Bristol. At Bristol, I was right. Obávam sa, že váš let bol odložený kvôli technickým problémom. I'm afraid your let was... No. I'm afraid your flight has... I don't know. I'm afraid your flight has been delayed because of technical difficulties. Pray for... to realizovať. I was right. Momentálne zažívame turbulencie. Preto vás prosím zostali We're currently experiencing some turbulence. Please remain in your seat with your seat belt fastened. Your seat with your seatbelt fastened. Yes, of course. Stretíme sa na stupišti, stanici. Will may at the station, I'll be at the platform 3. Yeah, I was right. Chytiť autobus, catch the bus. Catch a bus. Lístky si môžete zakúpiť ktorýkoľvek taničnej pokladni, alebo si môžete rezervovať online. The tickets can be purchased in any station ticket office or can be booked online. I was right. Becla duty free. I was right. Testovanie mimo dopravnej špičky, to travel outside of rush hour. I was right. Po železnici by rail. Na Vianoce. At Christmas. Presiesť bezpečnostnú kontrolu. Go through security. Nízkonákladová letecká spoločnosť. Low cost airline. Zostate prosím sať. Remain, please. Obávam sa, že váš let bol odložený kvôli technickým problémom. I'm afraid your flight has been delayed because of technical difficulties. I was right. Patrí, to belong. I was right. Po železnici by rail. I was right. prejsť cez bezpečnostnú kontrolu. Go through customs. Security. Na Vianoce at Christmas. I was right. Nízkonákladová letecká spoločnosť low cost airline. I was right. A zostaňte prosím sedieť. Please remain seated and do not take your from luggage. I don't know. Please remain seated and do not take your luggage from the overhead lockers until the aircraft has come to a complete standstill. Objednať si taxík take a taxi, get a taxi. Na palube trajektu on the board the ferry. Aboard the ferry. Sú to letenky na spratočný let, nie na odlet. There are tickets for your return flight, not your outbound. Not your outbound. Yeah, I was right. Just let the flight number. I was right. Objednať si taxík, get a taxi. Prejsť bezpečnostnú kontrolu, go through security. Zostaňte prosím sedieť. Na palube trajektu aboard the ferry. Prichádza do Londýna, the train arrives in London. 0.35. Nula prestala platiť, the contract has been determined. Was determined. Odletáme o 7 hodine ráno, pýtame o 4 hodine ráno miestneho času. We take off at 7 a.m. in the morning and we get in at 4 a.m. local time. I was right. OK. Cíti sa veľmi pokojne. She feels very calm there. I was right. Prejsť cez bezpečnostnú kontrolu. Go through security. I was right. Zostaňte prosím sedieť. Please remain seated and do not take your luggage from overhead lockers until the aircraft has come to a complete standstill. I was right. Objednať si taxi, get a taxi. I was right. Na palube trajektu aboard the ferry. I was right. Zjedli obed, they eaten lunch. I was right. Vlak prichádza do Londýna o 10:35. The train arrives into London at 10:35. In London. I was right. Krátky let, short flight. I was right. Rýchlo vlaky z Edinburghu na tejto stanici nezastavujú. The fast train from Edinburgh to station. Nastúpil som v vlaku v Birminghame. I joined, got on, boarded the train at Birmingham. I was right. Kúpiť si lístok, buy a ticket. Pizza to hit. Zostaňte prosím sedieť. Please remain seated. I was right. Zmluva prestal platiť. The contract was determined. I was right. Nastúpiť do letadla. Join, boarded the plane. Board the plane, Board the plane. OK, I was right. Nastúpil som vlaku v Birminghame. I joined, I boarded, I got on the train at Birmingham. I was right. Zostaňte prosím sedieť. Please remain seated. I was right. Kúpiť si lístok, buy a ticket. I was right. Rýchloky na tejto stanici nezastavujú. The fast train from Edinburgh don't stay at this station. Don't stop at this station. I was right. Don't stop. Pizza to hit. I was right. Letuška, flight attendant. I was right. Nastúpiť do autobusu, take a bus. I was right. Prejdite cez imigračný úrad. Go through immigration. I was right. More bolo veľmi rozbúrené. The sea was very rough. I was right. Toto letisko nekodložím. Are there any left luggage lockers at this airport? In this. Stop over. Cez bezpečnostnú kontrolu sme prešli za pol hodiny. Took us half an hour. Go through security. Na Vianoce for Christmas. More bolo veľmi rozbúrené. The sea was very calm there. Very calm. Trajekt odchádza z pristaviska. The ferry leaves Nastúpiť na loď. Embark a ship. To embark, yes of course. Opäť asi taxi. Take a taxi. I was right. Odchádza z pristáviska. The ferry leave the ferry terminal at 6 a.m. I hope it isn't a rough crossing. Yeah, I was right. Prenajala si súkromné letadlo. She chartered a private plane. Yeah, I was right. Sú tu letisko nejaké skrinko na odloženú batožinu? Are there any luggage lockers at this airport? I've got a 24-hour stopover. At this airport, I've got a 24 stopover. I was right. Test bezpečnosti kontrol sme prešli za pol hodiny. Took us half an hour to go through security. I was right. Chcel som ju mať za manželku. I wanted to have her as my wife. Yeah, I was right. More bolo veľmi pokojné. The sea was very calm. I was right. Kruhlica, kufor, case. Case, yes of course. Nevianoce. For Christmas. I was right. Na konci cesty sa zvyčajne platí za taxi. It's usual to pay a taxi on the journey. Ďalkový let, long haul flight, jazda autobusom, go by bus, dochádzajúci let, outbound flight, zaplatiť stovné, pay the fare. Nasedol som posledný vlak späť, dobre som nezmeškal. I got the last train back. It's a good thing that I didn't miss it. Got last train back, OK. Myslí, yes of course. Ak si mesto rezervujete viac ako 7 dní vopred, môžete ušetriť. You can save money when you... you can save money if you book your seat more than 7 days in advance. Book your seat more than 7 days in advance. Na konci cesty sa zvyčajne platí za taxi. It's usual to pay at the taxi. It's usual to pay for the taxi at the end of the journey. Taxi fare journey. Jazda autobusu, go by bus. I was right. Odchádzajúci let, outbound flight. I was right. Zaplatíte cestovné, pay a fare. Pay the fare. Ďalkový let, long haul flight. I was right. Ak si mesto rezervujete viac ako 7 dní vopred, môžete ušetriť. You can save money if you book your seat more than 7 days in advance. Yes, I was right. Na konci cesty zvyčajne platí za taxi. It's usual to pay a taxi fare at the end of the journey. I was right. Letová paluba, flight deck. I was right. Nastúpiť do letadla. Board the plane. Get on the plane. Nastúpiť do taxíka. Get into a taxi. Na trajekte. On the ferry. Stav condition. Na plbe trajektu. On board the ferry. Vlak Londýn na 5:30-35. Gets to. 35. Prenajala si súkromné letadlo. He chartered a private plane. I was right. At estimate time of arrival. Nastúpiť do taxíka. Get into a taxi. I was right. Vlakom by train. By train. I was right. Poznám ju už 2 roky. I know her for 2 years. For 2 years. Yes, of course. Na trajekte. On the board the ferry. On the ferry. Transatlantický let. Transatlantic flight. Yes, of course. Vlak do Londýna príde 10:35. The train gets to London at 10:35. At 10:35. Yes, of course. Stav condition. I was right. Na palube trajektu on the board the ferry. Board the ferry. Nastúpte do letadla get on the plane. I was right. Na trajekte on the ferry. I was right. Vyzdvihnutie batožiny, baggage allowance, reclaim. Prejsť cez colnicu, go through, I don't know, customs. Pracovník pre manipuláciu s batožinou, baggage handler, yeah, was right. Vyzdvihnutie batožiny, baggage allowance, baggage reclaim, go through custom, cez colnicu, customs. A baggage reclaim. I successfully finished the travel vocabulary. Thank you people for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.